refer to a single piece of equipment such as an induction motor or to the electricity consumption of an entire building. In either case, it represents the ratio between true power and apparent power, the formula being PF equals kW divided by kVA. So what does that mean? My favorite analogy to explain this is to use the beer analogy. We pay for beer by the glass, but inside the glass there is both beer and foam. The more beer we have, the less foam there will be, so we get very good value for money. If there is a lot of foam, then there's not a lot of beer, and so we're not getting very good value for money. The beer represents our true power, or a kW, our kilowatts. This is the useful stuff we want and need. This is what does the work. The foam represents our reactive power, or a kVAR, kilovolt amps reactives. This is the useless stuff. There will always be some, we have to pay for it, we can't use it, so we don't really want much of it. It does actually have a use and a purpose, but we'll see why later in the video. The combination of these kW, our kilowatts, and a kVAR, the kilovolt amp reactive, is our apparent power, or a kVA, meaning the kilovolt amps. Power factor is therefore the ratio of useful power, or true power, in kilowatts, or kW, divided by what we charge for in kVA, kilovolt amps. So it's telling us how much value for money we're getting for the power we consume. If we briefly touch on electrical engineering, and I will keep this part brief, then we might see this expressed as a power triangle. In this case, I'll draw it as a leading power factor as it's easier to visualize. The beer, or true power, is the adjacent line. Then we have the foam, which is the reactive power on the opposite. Then for the hypotenuse side, which is the longest side, we have the apparent power. This is at an angle from the true power. The angle is known as theta. You see, as the reactive power, or the foam, increases, then so does the apparent power, or the kVA. We could then use trigonometry to calculate this triangle. I won't in this video as I'm just covering the basics, so we'll just see the formulas you need, but we'll do